Hi, Chris.
Hey, Ram. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm good. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Eric.
Hi, Eric. Change a bit my light.
Stefan.
So, hi.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Ram.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for the fast help.
Oh, no
That was
problem.
cool.
No problem. So it looks like we'll have a really light cast today.
Yeah, I'm expecting Stevenson will join. So we'll have a quorum.
Hi, David.
Well, I think we've got all the TSC members here. Should we get rolling? Great. I guess I'll run things in Lee's absence. First topic we have is update on charters for working groups.
Yeah, there's a little bit of progress in the interfaces working group with the help of Greg and some SAP folks. I could add a pretty good list of first approvers for the different areas. There's the CLI still missing. Maybe we can borrow a few, at least from the CLI. At least a few names are yes there, and Stratos.
Great.
There's one thing, technical lead or execution lead would be nice if somebody could propose Greg. Then I simply add him, but it needs to be a trigger. I can simply, not sure that if it would be okay if I do it, but.
I mean, I think that would be fine just to add him to the draft.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do so, no problem. And then there are 3 open questions. The first one would be, do we want to split the working group into 2 sort of core interfaces or extensions? If there's consensus to not split it up, then I can simply remove it and keep as is. CF Python client was another question because there are the Java tools. I assume that this is a Java client library, and question is, do we add all the client libraries that are mentioned in the documentation, or just a few ones? So what do we do with that? And then there are a number of projects which are a little bit distributed between the interfaces, or can be distributed between the interfaces working group and the deployments working group. Like the cuts, smoke tests.
Right. I forget where the Python client lives. Do
It's
you have
in
a-
Cloud Foundry community, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Just-
it's not under the CFF technically.
Okay, then I just keep it out. Remove the question.
No
No
Let's
problem.
check the license on it. I'm just pulling up the repo. We're trying to.
It's Apache license.
Oh, I'm sorry, the copyright notice. To make sure we didn't accidentally put a CFF copyright on it. Okay, I don't even see a notice file.
No.
Looks like some person might have just added their name to the bottom of the Apache license file in there. Some Benjamin person. Okay, so that's good. All right, so that's not any official project for within the CFF purview, so we don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just biasing for getting at least this amount of scope up and running under official governance. I feel like I'd be fine keeping the working group larger for now, and we can see how it goes. We could always split it later if we need to.
Yeah.
And I think similarly, we could keep cats and smoke tests out for now and see what happens as we try to work out the deployments working group as well. That could be another impetus. Like if we're trying to find a place for those and deployments doesn't come together, or that doesn't seem right for it, then maybe we try adding it to this one, and that triggers some sort of fission event where we do want to split the working group instead into something like core extensions. But I think we could just try this structure for now and see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Then I will resolve these questions at Greg as technical lead, and then I think that's all I can contribute for now. And we can then, maybe a few names to add to the CLI area.
Yeah,
because that's an important project, and we cannot simply leave it open.
Yeah, we need some people who are involved there.
Yeah, I can have a look into the repo and then add. I think Jenna from Kapi is probably a good candidate.
Yeah, definitely.
Greg will have some ideas likely about who. He's just out of town today, but he'll probably have some ideas about who good CLI candidates are.
And then I would say next week we should be able to start the voting process and then get this one merged as well.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Stefan. I've got an update. I think we now have a quorum of approvals, and we've hit the time limit for the CF on Kate's working group. So I'll go ahead and merge that in after we conclude.
I haven't made any progress in services. Sorry. Again, same reason. Marcel and I are doing work together. It's gonna be lots of fun. Marcel's back like today or tomorrow, so I got a good feeling about next week.
And I haven't done anything yet on community engagement.
Got it. Do you have any more?
I think that's it. Just taking a few notes. All right. So if that's it on the working group charters, we had an ongoing topic about support for working group operations. I'm talking to Amelia later today about getting that started for the App Runtime Platform working group. So hopefully we'll figure out a few things there. And Ram and Chris, I imagine if there are any resources we need, like a Zoom meeting or anything, we'll reach out.
Yeah, please do.
Yep.
We made a bit of progress with the automation for GitHub. Apparently, there's an GitHub Terraform provider, so you can Terraform your GitHub. So that works for, yeah, of course. But actually, it's quite I think, a nice pattern because you can use it to configure your repositories, like your branch protection rules and those types of things. But we're currently using it to. So there's a data source to pull down pull requests, and then you can do a for each and then create cards with those. So we create a card for each pull request in a list of repos. And then we have one project where we have a card for each of those. And if you just put a link in plain text in a card, it gives you a bit of a preview of the pull request. So that's what we're currently working on to iterating to see if we can use that to get an overview of actually all the pull requests that are going on. Currently, we have in our working group, we have 140 open pull requests. So it's still a bit too much to start looking through. So we're also thinking about maybe using a project per subgroup that we have. To make it more manageable, and then have like and we're currently spiking out ideas around what type of meetings do we want to have. Like, do we want to have the smaller subgroups maybe have a group meeting together or something? Because if we would have like 5 meetings every week, that would be a bit much. So yeah, practical things. That's what we're looking at.
Great, sounds good. Thanks, Ruben. Any other updates on working group operations? Okay. The next thing we had on the agenda was the status of the next stem cell proposal. Any updates there?
I mean, I think my job is to review more of the comments and actually respond. Like, I don't think I've spent any time on this in the last week, which is disappointing. I think I'd like to move it closer to resolution. I don't think we're getting any feedback that says that we shouldn't resolve it the way we were planning to resolve it. However, I at least owe the person who said we should do every release a response, right? So I'll engage more on that in the effort to get it kind of closed out for next time. So sorry, I could have actually done work to make it so we could resolve that today. Luckily, no one is like itching to start working on a stem cell that doesn't yet exist from an operating system, right? That hasn't shipped. But so it's not like super high pressure, but I would like to get it locked down so everybody can know what the plan is and then start preparing themselves for like the timeline, the aggressive timeline.
If I remember correctly, the question about which type of build packs we want to use for this new stem stack, basically that's then a separate proposal, right? It won't get merged into. Yeah,
exactly. And I think Ryan Moran was out of town for a bit. He's back this week, so it'd be interesting to have him or somebody in the build packs area lead a proposal to do something, right? Or at least make the proposal, and then we can all agree or disagree about it. Sounds like the build pack team's going to have to do some work regardless. So we lead ourselves to an interesting junction. And I haven't decided how I feel yet. So I'd be curious how you all feel at some point. At some point, once we can see the proposal and the trade-offs, what the right solution is, because it is always disruptive, right? It's disruptive to switch to a totally new build pack system, assuming it can be shipped in. But like, it's also disruptive to switch operating systems and stacks. So like, you know, you batch up your disruption, and then people fight it more, but then they get through it. I don't know. Strategies. It'd be fun to talk about.
All right. Yeah, it'd be good to close out the commentary on that soon. So thanks, David. Anything else on the stem cell proposal? If not, we can move on to any other business, any other topics we want to talk about.
I don't have any.
So just a quick reminder for folks, cab call this month is on Thursday this week. So we're hoping to announce, I guess, the first updates about the working group on that cab call. I've also asked Bird Rock to see if he can hop in and give an update about the other recurring meeting, the CF for Gates or CF on Gates or whatever it is that we intend to call it going forward. So that recurring call and what the contents are going to be, and just generally introduce himself to give the community an update. Apart from this, like I mentioned, there's the demo about sidecars that's also happening. So just wanted to let folks know to update their calendars if it has not happened already.
Oh, thanks, Ram. Yeah, I think if you get a chance, I think it'd be great to send a reminder out to CF Dev, because I think we had one in September, and I wasn't aware that it was on Thursday. I think probably because I can't subscribe to the Google Calendar myself with Outlook.
Yeah, I'll put a notification out on Slack general and send something out to the CF Dev, a mailing
Awesome.
list as well.
Great.
Thanks, Graham.
All right. Any other topics? Okay. Well, if not, I think we can adjourn. It's a short but efficient one today. All right. Appreciate everyone attending. Thank you.
Then see you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Thanks,
subbing in,
everyone.
Eric.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.